You're sitting in the mud, under fire for hours. Bullets are whizzing past you. You have no idea if you'll live to see tomorrow. And yet, you take out your phone and log in to an online casino. You place a bet. You click spin. The adrenaline mixes with the chaos of war. Sounds like a plot from the latest GTA? It's not fiction. This is the daily reality for thousands of Ukrainian soldiers on the front lines. Why do they gamble? For the thrill? Out of boredom? In a setting where every minute could be your last, many soldiers are looking for anything to help them momentarily forget they're in a war zone. And often, they find that escape in gambling. The war in Ukraine has been ongoing since 2014, with Russia's full-scale invasion beginning in 2022. Soldiers spend weeks or even months in trenches, often without contact with family, under constant stress. Living in such extreme psychological conditions leads to symptoms of PTSD, insomnia, and depression. Military psychologists are sounding the alarm. This is a fast track to addiction. In a world where every day looks the same and the future is uncertain, many seek an escape. A smartphone, one of the few sources of entertainment, quickly becomes a gateway to the world of gambling. Slot games with flashy visuals and instant gratification hit the brain like a dopamine shot. Sports betting offers a rush similar to that of live matches, but in a very different setting. For many, it's a way to feel something other than fear, even just for a moment. The perfect escape from reality.
На мій погляд, ситуація зараз стала гіршою через інтернет-ресурси. Тобто держава реально може контролювати казино фізичні, але як це робити онлайн, це має бути, певно, політика взагалі якась світова.
In 2020, Ukraine legalized gambling. In theory, this was meant to reduce the grey market. In practice, over 1,200 illegal sites remain active, while only a few dozen are licensed. A massive gap. In 2024, the 10 largest licensed gambling companies in Ukraine generated a combined revenue of 1.1 billion euros. Soldiers aren't just targeted by ads. Sometimes they're offered loans that directly funnel them into online casinos. Advertisers even use military symbolism to better tap into soldiers' emotions. Soldiers earn relatively high salaries compared to the average Ukrainian citizen, up to 2,500 euros per month, while the national minimum wage is just 182 euros. But what can you spend that money on in a trench? A quote from a soldier: "It wasn't an addiction. I played out of boredom. We spent 9 months in the woods. When we came back, there was nothing to do." But not everyone was able to stop. Reports emerged of suicides linked to gambling debts. Some even sold their military gear just to place another bet.
Наприклад, один чоловік у нас виграв 60 мільйонів гривень в онлайн-казино, і він просто дезертував з армії, бо навіщо йому продовжувати воювати, коли він має 60 мільйонів гривень. А інша людина просто грала, награла 2,5 мільйони гривень. Йому командир запропонував поїхати їх і зняти з казино, але просто на ранок він вже програв їх з 2,5 мільйонів.
Ukrainian MP Oleksiy Honcharenko claimed that 9 out of 10 soldiers on the front lines were involved in online gambling. The issue didn't go unnoticed. In March 2024, Pavlo Petrichenko launched a petition aiming to limit online casino advertising. Soldiers have been away from their families for 3 years, under constant stress and without real rest. That makes them highly vulnerable. For many, gambling becomes the only way to cope with stress, which quickly leads to dopamine addiction and weakened self-control, reads the petition. President Zelensky responded. New regulations were introduced, time limits on play, deposit caps, and cooperation with Google and Apple to combat illegal ads. But experts remain skeptical. Many of these regulations already existed, on paper. Enforcement, however, was a different story. In 2023, the number of people listed in Ukraine's National Gambling Addiction Registry rose from 450 to 3,700. An 8-fold increase. This number reflects only those who voluntarily signed up. The real figure is likely much higher. The ongoing war is undoubtedly a major factor. It's destroying not only the lives of soldiers, but also civilians. Military life generally has been described as long hours of boredom punctuated by a few minutes of terror, and I think that's a very apt description, said Nigel Turner, a scientist at the Centre for Addiction and Mental Health in Toronto. And boredom may be the most dangerous of all. When soldiers pull out their phones to play online poker or place a bet, they're not thinking about the fact that their location might be exposed. Russian intelligence exploits every opportunity. There's strong evidence that the enemy has intercepted GPS signals and used them to locate Ukrainian positions. Entire units may have been wiped out because of a single spin on a slot game. This isn't just a personal tragedy, it's a real strategic threat. Information and electronic warfare isn't just fought in the skies, it's also fought in every soldier's pocket. War doesn't just kill physically, it destroys the mind, relationships, hope. Gambling on the front lines isn't just a way to blow off steam, it's an escape mechanism that can lead to collapse. And this isn't just a Ukrainian problem. In the US, a 2016 study found that over 8% of soldiers exhibited signs of gambling addiction, twice the rate seen amongst civilians. When you combine stress, isolation, high income, no future prospects, and boredom, you get a ticking time bomb. Gambling shouldn't be another enemy on the battlefield, but it already is, and the numbers suggest it's only going to get worse. Should a soldier fight only the enemy, or also himself?